Yo, what is up? Home Squad Sports. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's having a great week. We got you covered as usual with week 12, everything that happened, the shakeups that happened at the top, and some teams that aren't at the top trying to get their way to there. But before we get into it, we want to get into just everyone's thoughts and your thoughts as well. Go in the comments, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But first, Dalton, how you doing? Did you have a good weekend? And what did you think about this week, week 12, as everything unfolded?
Most people think this year's gone by fast. This year's gone by crazy slow for me.
Okay.
I've had, Giants and Florida have like 5 wins combined. That's crazy. This late in the year, 5 combined wins for your teams.
I know.
A lot
I
of
think the
teams
Giants was a little bit expected, but Florida obviously not, definitely not expected what happened this year. Now everything's unfolded for you all.
played good though this weekend.
Did
Played
put up a
good, getting our best shot. Playoff team at Ole Miss. That we played way better than last week. I thought we were gonna lay down after last week, but good bounce back performance. No more victories, but
yeah.
still a good bounce back. I thought we were gonna get blown out, especially at the start. Ole Miss went down the field easy,
Yeah.
stopped us easy, and scored again. I was like, oh god.
Yeah. It's all about turnovers. The pick, did give you some light, but Chambliss and Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin, which we'll talk
It's good for
about.
him. Good for Lane. Like, he's packing his bags right now.
You think so? You think he's packing the bags right now?
I
You
mean,
think
he's
he's
got a lot
out
of
the
stuff.
door?
Probably, he's got a lot of money, so he's probably got a lot of stuff to move. So he probably already started.
Okay. Hey, honestly, I hope it works out for you all. I hope you all do get Lane Kiffin. I've been saying since last year, you all need to go after Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin's just one of those guys where I have a soft spot for. I just absolutely love him. I think he's my favorite coach, active coach. And if he gets a natty, he'll definitely move up the all-time list for me. He's just a likable guy. Anything else that stood out to you there, week 12? Anything that maybe outside the top six, just overall, before we kind of get into the nitty gritty?
Of course, I mean, we did.
Ohio State still,
Texas,
the team at the top of the hill,
it's
top
not
of the
even
mountain.
close anymore. I mean, Indiana hasn't impressed me the last couple of weeks. I mean,
Yeah,
the Penn State game could have lost without the best catch ever. I mean, they kind of bailed out a little bit
yeah,
with that catch, and then Wisconsin. I mean, only up 7 at the half. Played better in the second half, but
they did.
still, they're not crazy impressive the past couple of weeks. And A&M, of course, got to talk about that game. One of the best comebacks in history of college football.
I think that was the greatest comeback in history of college football. Man, we can go ahead and get into that right now. I do think it was the greatest. Yeah, like you said, the greatest college football
Man,
comeback of all time. Elko was signed to the contract extension day of the game. I mean, I may probably sign before, but it came out day of, just hours before. So the team I think was maybe amped up, too comfortable, too amped up. Don't know, but it just did not go right for them. Pretty much everything that could go wrong was going wrong for A&M, and we saw just an absolute barn burner at the first half. 30-3, South Carolina got up on them. What'd you think of the first half, and what were your thoughts as everything was unfolding with A&M?
A&M was looking like the record South Carolina had. They were looking like that 3-5 team. South Carolina was looking undefeated the first half. Like A&M couldn't do anything right. Dropping passes, open passes.
The picks just was sailing on Marcel Reed. The ball was sailing on him on a different level.
And then when he threw good passes, they dropped it. They 5 dropped in the first half alone. And then so when he threw good passes, they dropped it. Bad passes, he got lucky. He didn't have like 4 picks. He ended up with 2 in the first half, but he could have had a lot more.
Hell yeah.
And then they almost even blew it at the end with that stupid trick play call.
I know, and that wasn't even Marcel Reed that threw it, but it felt like it was. It felt like it was Marcel Reed. But yeah, horrible. One of the top 10 worst calls. We've seen a lot of bad calls this year.
Great this year too. I can't believe he called that.
I know. Our boy Colin Klein, OC at Texas A&M, former quarterback there, Kansas State. People that don't know, Heisman Trophy candidate, heck of a guy, dual threat. One of the guys you would like to coach
Haynes King like.
Yeah,
I'd say.
Yeah, exactly. A guy you would want to coach today's quarterback too, and how they move around and how they move. But 30-3, they got up and dude, they went to everyone knows Shane Beamer just
South Carolina stinks. They didn't stink. A&M didn't come back. I'll give A&M credit coming back, but it's oh no, man. South Carolina just.
But look at
gave it up too.
But look, going
exactly at halftime.
You're not supposed to go into halftime.
It was over.
Yeah. Beamer goes into halftime, hands up. He's doing this. I mean, I wish we could show the video, but he's literally going nuts, acting like they won the game already. And he tried to say after they lost the game that they didn't overreact, but he did.
It looks like it.
Yeah, that's what you do post game after you beat a rival. That is not what you do going into the tunnel at halftime. Even if you're a player and as a young guy, you want to see your coach hyped up. But if I saw that as a player,
I
I
mean,
would think red flag. Did I think we would come back and drop the game? Because like I said, we saw the best comeback I think ever. They ended up losing 31-30.
and every time you see a comeback like this, it just reminds me of Brady in the Super Bowl because that's a Super Bowl. It's just
Yeah.
so crazy that
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
So I get he's such a goat.
I swear. And
That's
then,
crazy. Comes
but-
to 25 in the Super Bowl.
and everyone's because we were waiting for South Carolina to salvage something out of the season.
They
have
almost beat
a
Bama.
moment, have a game where they said, okay, well, at least we could fall back on that because this season went to shit pretty early. And they couldn't even get it done against Texas A&M. This would have been that moment. This would have been that win. They could at least hung their hat on at the banquet. They don't do banquets anymore. You should be required to do a banquet. Every team should be required to do old school banquet like we did as kids.
I feel like South Carolina's not getting enough hate. They're not getting as much as Florida and Clemson and Penn State.
It's because everyone
And
knows.
they were ranked just as high as Florida. I think it might have been ahead of us.
I think it's because coaching. Because I think everyone's not giving the players shit, but I do think they should be on Beamer's head a little bit more because I think it's a consensus across the nation, anyone that pays attention to college football, that this team's not succeeding, mostly because of Beamer. Would you agree, or do you think it's all the players? Do you think it's a mixture? I really do think it's mostly on Beamer. I really do think it's schematics.
I mean, it's a lot of things at this program right now. They have a lot of players, like a lot of dogs, on defense. A lot of
Dylan
like
Stewart's
crazy.
Dylan Stewart's like we said before the show started, before we got on air. Dylan Stewart's my favorite defensive player in the nation by far.
I like Jalen Kilgore a lot.
He's good.
He's going first round this year, I think.
Yeah.
So I mean, they always have guys, but they just don't have a great run game right now either. Their running backs are average, and they don't have great receivers outside. And Harbor's a great player, not a great receiver yet, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just because he's not polished yet. You don't know how to run routes and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I like him just as a raw prospect. Just measurables.
Yeah.
Give me Harbor. And I just think it falls back on schematics with Beamer. And I think that's where people give them the leeway. But I do think you bring up a good point. They should give some more criticism because this team was supposed to be a whole lot better. I'm on record before the season saying I cannot believe they put this O-line in front of Lenore Sellers like this. This is going to go very badly. And it looks like it's been the train wreck that people either didn't see coming or they saw coming and hope they didn't see coming, didn't want to believe their eyes. But it was a crazy week, man. And before we get into our top six, we'll get some outside the lines there, some stat lines that really jumped out and a lot of stuff that unfolded. People might not have think that there's a lot of crazy headlines this week, but I think this week a lot of teams took some L's or got some big wins that are going to set up for some movements down the line, either player-wise, portal, or coach. Before we get into that, everyone go to Knotty Pretzels. We are sponsored here by Knotty Pretzels. If you aren't familiar, get familiar because Knotty Pretzels is number one pretzel in the game. Number one pretzel, the official pretzel of beer. They got a lot of flavors here. They got sea salt. They have ranch. Dalton likes the ranch a lot. Dalton, what do you think about the ranch? That's your
pretty good, man.
first ranch pretzel you ever had? Maybe. I mean,
I think so.
Right? Not a lot of ranch pretzels. Then
Probably
they have
first,
classic honey mustard. Then they have the buffalo wing, which is amazing. If holidays are coming up, right? I mean, cinnamon sugar. What better way? And then they have smoky cheddar bacon. Me and Dalton devoured a bag of those.
Those are good.
And then, that is pretty much all the flavors they got. They have plenty more there. You can just choose from big bags here and the little bags. Go at knottypretzels.com, or if you're an Amazon person, Amazon Prime member, go on Amazon. Can get shipped right to your door. Knotty Pretzels, the official pretzel of beer and the official pretzel of Home Squad Sports. Shout out to Knotty. All right, Dalton. I want to highlight a couple things before we get into our top six. We want to give a shout out to our guy, Ahmad Hardy, who had a monstrous game this week for Missouri. Ahmad Hardy, I mean, absolute freaking dog. 25 carries, 300 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Dalton, what'd you think about the performance? Insane.
I mean,
insane. Shout out
over
to
10
Hardy.
yards a carry is always crazy, especially over 20 carries. I mean, it means every carry you're being productive.
Yep.
Not just, you can't have any tackles for loss,
Shut Mississippi State all the way up.
Yeah, they've been playing better. Had a lot of close games. This wasn't close, and this was Zollers playing. Good bounce back for Missouri after a tough couple weeks. And Hardy, good bounce back. He hasn't been to his normal standards the last couple weeks, but Man,
He's
he
back.
bounced back in a huge way. I think the most rushing yards of the game this season.
Yes, for sure.
Actually, definitely is.
Yeah, anybody gets over 300 this year, I'll be surprised. Call me crazy. Jay Love, could he have a crazy 300-yard day? We don't know. But let's stop talking about the ifs, so's, and maybes because Ahmad Hardy done did it. 300 yards this week. Shout out to him. Had to highlight that. And what a performance. He's been chewing all year, man. But like you said, last couple weeks, not up to Ahmad Hardy's standards so far this year, but he's back there and topped it with a performance that he won't forget, and anyone else that knows ball, they won't forget because 300 yards is something that you don't really come across any day. It's hard to do even on the video game. So shout out to Ahmad Hardy. He's a dog.
Yeah, man. He's probably the best back in the nation.
Yeah,
outside of Love.
Yeah, there's a lot of good backs, man. It's one of the best discussions to have with college football and positions. It's like, how do you like it? How do you like your pizza there? How do
Backs
you
are
like?
kind of, I don't know. They're kind of down this year.
Well, I just think there's a lot of guys. I mean, look at a guy like Cam Cook. You look at a guy like Cam Cook at Jack State's a guy to look at. I'm a guy that I'm gonna take the little school guy. Unless you're a guy like Ahmad Hardy putting up 300 yards, you're gonna have to do something like maybe not 300 yards, but average a lot of stats and do some really crazy things. If I was a GM, to take it back from a really big school. But
Cam Cook is good.
But I do want to give love to Isaac Brown, at Louisville, and Kawan Lacey, Ole Miss, big school guys who I would take if I was a GM. But if I'm trying to get depth at running back, I'm gonna go G5. I'm gonna go FCS.
I'll take Fluff Bothwell too.
Yeah, guys like that. Just at the running back position. You hate to say that because there's so much talented guys, but you can fill out your roster and get those guys later rounds, or get your starting running back as an undrafted free agent because we've seen that time and time. But no matter how it goes, Ahmad Hardy, doesn't matter which round he ends up, 300 yards won't ever be able to take that away from him. So a shout out to him. But Dalton, without further ado, top 6, here we are. It was a crazy week. And let's see about picks. I'm honestly, we had Will on for our picks. Shout out to Will Thomas joining us every Wednesday. We'll see how his picks did it out. But the Pitt game is how we'll start. Notre Dame, 37-15. Narduzzi comes into the game and said, it doesn't matter if we win or lose by 100. Pretty much kind of ruined the buzz of the game, man. I think there was going to be more upset buzz coming into this week if he wouldn't have had that press conference. Maybe we probably would have had the same result, probably. But what'd you think about the game?
He took it back later on in the week and stuff, but I don't know. It's weird. But anyways, Pitt didn't look very good. I mean, it's plain and simple.
Yeah.
219 yards. Heinzel really struggled, man.
He did.
126 yards in a pick, 16 for 33, less than 50%. Just Notre Dame defense showed up in a big way. And like I said, I think they're the second best team in the country.
You think you think Notre Dame's the second best team in the country right now? They've been the second best team, or do you think that's something that's kind of changed these past 3-4 weeks for you?
About 3 weeks, maybe two or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I feel it.
But
yeah.
They should have beat A&M earlier in the year, or at least in the overtime. Tyler freaking Buckner.
I had them as a sleeper there when they had them as the first 4 out. I'm like, this just doesn't make no sense. You got to definitely put them as a playoff team, and they're very sleepy. CJ Carr, he's a guy who's not going to make mistakes down the pipe. And no, he's a redshirt freshman, not a true freshman, but still a freshman quarterback out there getting it done. And Dalton says they're the second best team in the nation, and that's not the hottest take you're going to hear.
He has weapons. I mean, Malachi Fields is making crazy catches the other night.
Hell yeah.
He's one of my favorite receivers in the draft, most underrated, too. Nobody talks about Malachi Fields.
True.
Dog.
It's pretty much Makai Lemon right now.
Will Pauling, that's a good receiver there. Jordan Faison, Eli Reardon at tight end. And their defense is stacked, too, like always. Schuler had a pick 6. Man, they look good. And some Dame team is going to be tough to beat in the playoffs, I think, because they can beat you with the run or pass.
That's what I'm saying. It's always been a question about the passing game, and I think this is the best passer.
He's better than Riley Leonard already.
Yeah, he was a runner. Riley Leonard was more of a runner, and if you want to I look at the freshman at it. I mean, Riley Leonard was just like a senior, right? So I mean, this guy's a freshman.
He's still better.
He's already probably just as good as Riley Leonard right now was, and he's just a freshman down the line. Man, they really got a guy at Notre Dame. They're in a good spot next year, but hey, they're in a good spot right now, and I think everyone is going to take notice of Notre Dame and them being a true contender, not just because of this game. Like it's been a culmination these last couple weeks, and we got some teams that are going to be spoiling it, or teams that are going to be a true contender, like the Irish are going to be. But the next game I want to talk about, Dalton, is really nice here, man. I mean, Alabama, Oklahoma. I thought Bama was going to get it done. I think this was a little bit of exposing moment here, a little bit of exposure for Bama because I had them right neck and neck with Ohio State coming into this week in Indiana. I mean, I just had those three just at the table. Everyone else is just fighting to get there. Oklahoma, they're getting really, really sneaky, and they're trying to ruin some parties here and be a playoff team. Are they legit to you, Dalton? After the 23-21 win over the Crimson Tide?
I mean, it's a great win, but man, they gained 212 yards. This ain't just it's not sustainable. They can't win 3 playoff games in a row, 4 in a row, whatever. They
Yeah.
need 4 in a row, right? Because they wouldn't get a bye.
Yeah. Yes, 4 in a row. You got to win a game, first round, quarterfinals, semifinals, and then
I can't see his team winning 4 in a row. I mean, they might make the playoffs, sure, because they only got a couple games left. If they don't lose, they'll probably be in with their resume. I mean, really hard schedule.
Yeah.
They got to beat Missouri and LSU. A Missouri game's not going to be a gimme.
It's not a gimme, man. We just seen
with
Ahmad
Ahmad
Hardy
yeah.
might mess around and go for 300 yards on you.
But getting outgained by 200 yards, not sustainable winning like that. Yeah, 3 turnovers to 0 is the difference. Ty Simpson made a couple throws we haven't seen him make this year. Only ended one of them ended up with a pick, but he had a lot of missed throws. It looks like miscommunications with the receivers at times.
Yeah.
But man, Alabama, the run game's killing them this year. 33 carries for 80 yards.
Thank you for bringing that up. I'm glad you brought that up because that's just unlike Bama. I mean, you would think that would drive Saban crazy, and you just need a good running game, and that's where I don't think it's sustainable for them, unfortunately. And Ty Simpson, like you said, a little bit of pressure, a little bit of Ty Simpson we haven't seen. I'm glad you brought it up. I want to get your thoughts. I think that's a big reason why he definitely goes in the draft this year. You want to get as least amount of bad tape as you want, no matter what. And Mendoza, as no matter what, I think he's a Heisman. Give the Heisman to Mendoza. I want to say that now. Just give it to him. I don't think Saban's the Heisman, even though I respect him wholeheartedly. But Mendoza's my guy right now. And if I had to put in my vote, maybe that's what we'll do next show. We'll officially put in our Heisman votes next week, officially. But I'm leaning towards Mendoza. But the reason I bring that up, Dalton, is because scouts are obviously going to nitpick. They're going to get a first-round pick if you're a quarterback. Everything's going to get nitpicked. They call your freaking elementary teachers. They call your third cousin, yada, yada. They do all the research. They're going to be nitpicking Cal film, right?
Yeah.
As well as Indiana film. With Ty Simpson, they only have this one season to nitpick. That's why I think he definitely should go in the draft. Do I have any like good argument there? Like, or do you think Ty Simpson should stay? I don't think.
He's going. I think everybody thinks he's going. I believe.
Most people do, but I've heard some people say, "Well, it depends about legacy and if he natties and how much he really wants to be a winner." I'm like, look,
He's not guaranteed an natty next year.
Well, I think he's already proven he's a team guy. He didn't hit the transfer portal when he kept, he stayed at Bama all this time and waited his turn. So I think that's what people should be looking at as part of the other way around if he should stay if they don't win it all this year. Yeah, I think he's definitely gone. Just wanted to get your thoughts on it because is he quarterback 2 for you right now? Do you have Mendoza over him right now? Or is he quarterback 1 for you in this year's draft?
I like Mendoza. Yeah, I like Mendoza more.
Yeah, me too. I do too, man.
But I don't love either one. I still don't love either one of them. They're not like I don't think either one of them's a perennial Pro Bowl.
They're not a can't miss product.
They're not like a Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. It's hard to find, but still.
Do we have a Joe?
I don't even think they're Baker Mayfield.
Do we have a Joe Flacco like type of these guys here?
They could be that good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think both of them could be Flacco level, but I just don't see any. Greats in this class quarterback. Hopefully, I'm wrong. I mean,
yeah, that's not. I mean, hey, that's the reason why they call them greats. They're hard to find, and I know the word generational talent gets thrown around like every other week here. Every other 3 months, we get a new generational talent, whether it be high school or college, and that's just not the case. There's just not NFL starters churning out every single year. Last year's kind of a good test to it. I mean, it wasn't a whole litter of them. It was guys you had to reach for. They're doing pretty decent, but they were kind of reaches no matter what. They weren't surefire picks. None of them are surefire picks, but
I
I'm
mean,
I'm the same boat with you as I got Mendoza right above Ty Simpson. I think I like them a little bit more overall. I think these guys are starters, barring injury or barring landing at Cleveland or what's another franchise where if you're just absolutely doomed as a quarterback.
I think they're starters for sure. For
I
sure.
think for at least 5 years straight, just solid starters. I think so. Andy Dalton type players here. They're like Andy Dalton to me.
Yeah, yeah. That's
You
what
know,
I'm saying.
they'll get to
I
the
agree.
playoffs. They might not go for a run, but it depends on what fan base they go to if they're going to be happy with them. Surround them with talent. What's their ceiling? Jared Goff? Is their ceiling Jared Goff? These two guys, like a
I mean, yeah, pretty much. I don't think. Yeah, I
okay.
like that golf level. It's really good quarterback, but not great. Yeah.
I love it, and that's still a hard thing to be. But some of those
Oh
draft,
yeah, Jared Goff's fine.
yeah, a lot of guys, a lot of hey, I love Jared
I'd
Goff.
take him.
He's really growing on
I
me.
wouldn't take him without. I wouldn't take him anymore.
You wouldn't?
I'm fine.
You like Jackson Dart over Jared Goff?
Yeah, he
Oh
hasn't
my
played a bad
god.
game as a starter. Yet.
Maybe down the line, but right now, if I had a team, if I knew I had good receivers, if I knew I had a decent offensive line, I'd take Jared
On this
Goff.
year's team, I wouldn't take him. We wouldn't make playoffs still, probably. So.
If y'all had neighbors with Jared Goff,
Yeah, but he's hurt. So.
yeah, maybe that's a
If we
good
had
point.
neighbors, maybe yeah, and Cam.
But I do think they are two starters for sure, and we'll see how it plays out. I do think Mendoza will be holding up that Heisman Trophy, but the third, fourth seat of the Heisman race is going to be a freaking crapshoot. Jay Love's going to probably be in there. I mean, still got Sam to talk about. A lot of guys still you got to talk about. But let's get into the rest of the slate here, Dalton. Oklahoma, did they do anything for you as a playoff team? Like you said, as we wrap up and before we move on to the Virginia game, are they a real contender or are they just going to ruin somebody's party? What do you think?
They're not a contender for the championship.
No.
They're a good team. Really good defense. Great defense. Really disciplined. Makes big plays. A lot of turnovers. A lot of sacks.
Playoff team?
Yeah, they'll probably make it. I mean, they'll
Who would
probably
you
win the
like?
next 2 games.
Who would you like them to see as far as the best game possible in the playoffs? If you just had to choose. Like, do you want to see them versus the Oregon? Do you want to see them versus whoever gets a G5 if they're going to, I guess, give a G5 team this year, even though it's insane?
Maybe I like to see
them
them play
versus
Texas Tech, man. Old school matchup.
like
Big
that?
12 throwback game.
Love that. Love that. I think that's a spot on right there. I think it's a good one right there.
I was trying to think. I was like, that's a good matchup for them. Yeah, that'd be a good game.
I was
Two
about to
great
say.
defenses.
I was about to say maybe any team that comes out the ACC just has to play Oklahoma.
So many defensive matchup game. I love those sometimes. And
Yeah.
Oklahoma versus.
It's good.
That'd be a good defensive matchup. Oklahoma versus Tech would be crazy defensively.
Yeah, I would like to see that as well. We'll see how
Maybe
they.
the two best fronts in the country.
Really? You think so?
Defensive front. Well, outside of Ohio State, but if we're gonna talk about Ohio State, their schedule's kind of a joke. They'd be one ranked team now. Texas fell off. Illinois fell off.
But I'm the part of
South Florida has a harder schedule.
I'm in the boat of if you're gonna bark about the schedule, I better see some stuff you barking about preseason because the schedule is the schedule preseason, and yeah, if you were making fun of the schedule preseason and giving them shit, then okay, you can do it now. But if you weren't, then just say, all right, they're just playing who's in front of them.
Texas aren't supposed to be weak. Texas is weak. Now they fell off. They done lost to Florida. They just got blown out by Georgia.
They're done.
Yeah, and then they also lost to Kentucky. Like Ohio State's best wins Texas, and that's not good. They're not. It's just like South Florida's schedule's harder, so that's the only thing about Ohio State. Like they might when they get battle tested, they got to play 3 straight hard teams. I don't know.
And then now we're looking at health questions for them, which is going to be down the line, and people banged up. Football at the time you get the playoffs, nobody's not hurt a little bit. Nobody's 100% healthy.
No,
but you got to be at least be able to walk out there. And they're talking about some injuries there with Tate, Jeremiah Smith banged up a little bit. So I wouldn't wish injury on any of them. I want to see every team healthy. I want to see the best game possible. I don't want that excuse for any team, even if I hate them. I want to see the best on best. Hopefully we get to see it. Let's get into the last game of the top half here of the top 6, Dalton. ACC showdown. Duke loses to Virginia. People are saying Virginia football's back. 34-17 win over Duke. Does this do anything for you as far as a playoff with Virginia, or are they just another win?
Absolutely, actually. Yeah, Virginia's good.
Oh, my God.
Chandler Morris was hurt when they won loss. They lost last week. If he wasn't hurt, they're 10-1.
Yeah.
Like, they should be 10-1. They're not great. No, I mean, they wouldn't be a playoff team in the SEC or the Big 10 or the Big 12 probably.
Good.
But
I mean,
that's
yeah.
not the point. That's not. They got to beat who's in their conference.
Yeah.
And they're doing that, and they were plus 5.5 this week, and they won by 17. So people keep underestimating them. When Chandler Morris is playing for this team, they could beat anybody. Could they lose anybody? Probably.
They can't beat
Okay,
anybody.
not anybody.
They can't beat
Anybody
anybody.
besides Ohio
Stop.
Anybody besides Ohio State.
They can beat a couple decent good teams. They can't beat anybody. They can't beat Bama. They can't.
They can beat Bama.
No, they couldn't.
I think they beat Bama on their best day.
Oh my god.
I'm for real.
Just because Bama can't run the ball, or just because
Yeah.
Virginia's so damn good.
Because Bama can't run the ball and they turn it over.
Virginia, come
It
on,
is out.
man.
Virginia would maybe beat them. Maybe. Chandler Morris playing.
They would never beat them. They would beat Texas, maybe. That's it. That's the only game I would really get them. They would beat Texas.
Oh, they played great this week.
Is Virginia going to be in the playoffs for you? But
I mean, I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Georgia Tech might be.
ACC, G5, you don't get a playoff team this year. You shouldn't do it. I want to see the best teams in there. I don't want to see a G5 team. I don't want to see an ACC team. Virginia is not a playoff team. Georgia Tech's not a playoff team. Nobody, Louisville, damn sure not a playoff team. Nobody in the ACC, SMU, nobody in the ACC this year. I'm on record for advocating for the ACC last year. It was a great conference last year. It was just a crapshoot last year. Some good teams playing ball last year in the ACC. Cam Ward, a lot of people, right? But this year, no, you don't get one. That's what the committee. I mean, they're not going to do it. They need to. And then G5. Don't tell me any G5 team.
Come on.
No.
Yeah.
No. This is a bad look for the expanded playoff. Even though I'm a more the merrier type of person. I like the numbers. I don't like the setup and the rules. I don't think just because you're a G5 team, you get automatically every year. That shouldn't. No. There should be no G. No one can tell me.
Group of 5. Yeah.
No one can tell me a G5 team this year, right now, as we stand, just finishing up Week 12, deserves to be in the playoffs.
Oh, I like it. You need one small team, man. You need one small team, or just get rid of get rid of them then. Make them D2 then.
What?
Make them D2 then.
Make what D2?
Just make the group of 5 D2 then. If you're just not gonna get them a playoff berth, just make them
No.
D2. This group of 4 is only D1 now.
The only solution to this is a G5 playoff. Have a big cash prize or something.
No, just keep giving them a bid, letting them lose. It's fine. Eventually, one of them's gonna spring upset.
No, I want to see the best teams play.
Okay, who you gonna throw in there instead? Vandy? Okay, fine. Put Vandy instead of James Madison.
SEC should probably have like 6 teams.
Yeah, probably. For sure.
Georgia?
Yeah. Georgia, Bama, A&M, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Vandy.
Sure. And then Big Ten. Who we got out of Big Ten?
Ohio State, USC, Oregon.
Yes, 3.
Might be it.
Yeah, I'll take that.
That's probably it. Michigan ain't
And
making
then
it. Yeah.
Big 12.
Indiana, duh.
Indiana, duh. 4, then Big 12.
Big 12 only got 2, Tech and BYU.
Okay.
Utah's on the fringe.
BYU's fringe.
They only got 1 loss, though.
They're still fringe for me.
They played so good this week.
They're still fringe for me.
Great bounce back.
It was a bounce back. But I'm just saying, before we get into the USC game, I just really don't think any G5 team deserves it this year.
I mean, that's not about deserving. It's the rules.
That's the problem. Well, for a sport that is every week we get a notification saying a rule's changed, a new rule here, a new rule there, transfer portal, or new, you can't even make a defensive shift before the ball snapped. There's always new rules. They need to fix this one. Just like how they need to fix underclassmen getting drafted. Dylan Stewart should be able to get drafted this year.
Jeremiah
Smith should be able to get drafted this year. But that was my rant. It's really ugly for G5 this year. It's really ugly for how this playoff setup is right now. I think they just had the chairman quit or something. One of the guys on the committee just quit. And we'll see how it shakes out. But Dalton, let's get into the next game. Another team who's definitely going to be in the playoffs, who could be a spoiler, who could get a playoff win. The USC
definitely going to be in
Trojans.
the playoffs.
Mekhi Lemon, dog certified. He's been a dog, since the beginning of the season, but it just gets reiterated every single week that he's definitely a first round receiver. And I think he's one of the guys you look at like, all right, look at Mekhi Lemon. This is probably one of the reasons among a list of others that makes this a deeper wide receiver class than people think. I like this wide receiver class. But what'd you think about the class that USC just showed against Iowa, who was trying to get a bounce back win after their real close loss against Oregon? They couldn't get it done. 26-21 Trojans. What did you think, Dalton?
Gronowski, man, screwed him. Last job pick. Iowa had the game in the bag.
They did.
Gronowski throws the ball to USC, and then USC goes and gets the game-winning touchdown. Story Iowa's season, man. Can't close games. 4 really tough losses. Could be undefeated. We're that much closer to talking about. Man, Iowa's second best team in the country. What?
No.
I mean, if the resume they would have. But you said USC's for sure making the playoffs?
I think so.
So that means they're going to beat Oregon. If they lose Oregon, they ain't making it. They got 2 losses already.
I think they could.
I mean, they had to beat Oregon.
I love Oregon. I'm a Dan Lanning guy. Hey. Let's go Ducks. But I just definitely can see them dropping that game. I mean, run the damn ball. USC's got a nice run the game. It's growing on me.
I already know my pick for Wednesday, but I'll save it.
I can't wait to get into Wednesday's picks. I can't wait to get into Wednesday's picks. That's probably maybe the game of the week. It could definitely happen. It's going to be a harder game, but Oregon did look nice. I know it was against Minnesota, but they did look nice, I think.
I mean, yeah, like I said, Iowa beat Minnesota 41-30. Come on, man.
I know.
If Iowa scores 41 on you,
that's bad. That's bad.
That's all bad. I need to hear.
That's a bad. You're right.
But this game was a great game. It's a great game. Maeva looked good. Good game. He needed a bounce back. He's been struggling the past few weeks.
Yeah.
Compared to the start of the year for sure. Had a lot of
missing some layups.
5 picks in a row. 5 games in a row with a pick going into this week. But this week did not turn it over.
Hell yeah.
Efficient. 72% completions. 254. Mekhi Lemon 10 of the catches though. Like you said, 10 for 153.
That's our guy.
Really good player, and he doesn't get that much separation. That's the only thing I'm worried about the next level. But if he touches it, he catches it.
True. It's a good point. And it's a good point. A lot of them are just like circus catches. Like, oh my gosh, how did he get that?
And NFL though, the guys are better playing the ball. So.
Yeah, you got to be head and shoulders, like without a doubt, just snagging that thing, just man amongst boys for you to just make it sure.
It's a tough eval actually catch. For me.
I don't hate it.
Like I want to love him.
I don't hate it.
The more I watch him, it's like, dang, you don't get no separation.
Yeah, everyone's just kind of easy.
It's all contested catches. In NFL, it's harder because the DBs are better. They play the ball more.
Do you think that's because most of the guys just know where the ball's going?
I mean, yeah, that's true. But they got Jacoby Lane too. Jacoby Lane's good.
It's pretty good. I like.
If Robinson was still there, it'd be crazy.
I know.
He got 995 yards at Florida State. But Castellanos throwing the ball.
I know. I bet he wished he would have stayed. And then I bet maybe Trevor Pena is one of those guys. Maybe he wished he would have stayed, even though Syracuse isn't.
Oh man, if they had Zachariah Branch too.
Yeah,
they could have Branch.
Yeah,
and Lemon and
then look at the dude. Deuce. And then my guy at Auburn this year, always
Georgia Tech Singleton.
Yeah, Singleton, Eric Singleton.
God, Haynes Keek's still he's not best. He's the best player across the ball to me.
Dude,
bro, watch their games. Have you watched a Georgia Tech freaking game?
Yeah, I have.
You haven't watched what he does? Their team sucks.
Oh man, Dalton.
Their team sucks. Losses. He just goes out there, throws for 350 on 80%, and runs for 100 yards a week, and nobody cares. You say they win every game by 2.
He's the best player in college football.
Yeah.
He's the best player.
Not the best player in the draft. Not the best draft prospect. Number 1 overall player in college football, though.
How?
What he does for his team. Their team would be, like I said, they would be terrible without him.
I don't know if he's better than Fagnano.
Oh, Georgia Tech would not have the same record with Fagnano because he can't run like that, and that's how the team is built. He couldn't just throw it around like he is at UConn. They don't have a Skylar Bell there. I'm just telling you. It might be a bold take. I don't think it's that bold, actually.
Trust me,
I think a lot of people...
No, trust me, Dalton. It's a bold take.
I bet if I looked up lists...
It's a bold take,
and you look up lists, best college football players...
It's a bold...
This year, I bet he's in the top 10.
Knotty Pretzles, don't pull our spot. Please don't.
I bet he's in everybody's top 10 best college football players this year. He should be.
He's having one of the best seasons this year. He's not the best player.
That's fire.
You're having a good season. He doesn't mean he's playing out of his world with the tools around him. I get it, but he's also playing in the ACC. We can't bash the ACC and then praise Haynes King at the same time about him beating the teams we're bashing.
Absolutely can, because his team's garbage. You give up 35.
But if his team's garbage and he's playing other garbage teams, what does that do for you?
Oh, what does that do for you?
Yeah, what does that do for you? If the ACC is so trash, everyone hates the ACC, but praises an ACC quarterback and saying he's the best. Make that make sense.
Yeah, because
he's not Cam Ward.
The reason is, like I said, if they had any other quarterback in the country, even freaking Julian Saying,
I don't think that's true.
They'd have more than one loss.
I think if Georgia Tech could have
he's irreplaceable.
Oh my gosh! I think if Georgia Tech had Castellanos, they'd be doing the same thing. Yeah.
Oh my God, Florida State wishes they had.
I think if they had Taylor Green,
if Florida State had Haynes King, they would be way better.
If Taylor Green was getting the coaching that Haynes King is getting, then yes, it would be probably this very similar story.
Taylor Green, nope, he makes any mistakes.
I mean,
Haynes King, 24 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Yeah, hey, I'm not going to hate on that, but I'm just going to hate on your take saying he's the best college football player in the nation. When we got guys like Jeremiah Smith, he's not better than Julian Saying, but he's not better than Mendoza. He's not better than Ty Simpson. He's literally not. If you think Darian Mensah wouldn't do that on Georgia Tech, Darian Mensah wouldn't Come on,
crazy talk.
But there's a lot of people that like Haynes King. There's a lot of people that like him. You're not on the island of liking him. I like him, but I'm just not going to say he is the best player in the nation for Georgia Tech. But we'll see how it unfolds. If Georgia Tech can sneak in the playoff, they're probably going to be in there. I mean, right? They're probably going to be in there.
I mean, they got to beat Pitt and Miami. They got to beat Pitt this week.
They have to beat Pitt. So must win.
But Haynes King's trying to do his thing.
Yeah,
their defense don't give up 50.
We'll see if he'll flex that best player in the nation muscle on them and prove.
Oh, he'll go for 350 passing.
Best player in the nation's not even a remote Heisman favorite. That's crazy. That's crazy how they're doing him, huh?
I mean, the stats.
That's crazy how they're doing your boy, huh?
250.
He's not on a draft board. I'm not on a Heisman list. Not on.
Who else is running for 250 and running for 100 a game this year? Nobody. Okay.
Is he running for 100 a game?
He's got 800 rushing yards this year, so close 90 yards a game.
Oh, hey, all right, that's good.
But he's had games that ran for 150, 180.
Hey.
In some games he had to run because he blew, and he was throwing for 400. I'm just saying he's versatile.
Yeah. Hey, you're right, man. How good do you have to do? Those stats are impressive. I feel like I'm having deja vu. I've said these same things about Haynes King.
I know, but every week as it gets better for him, and
I don't think it's.
I feel like he proves himself more every week.
It's the better. I think it's the same, and that's still good.
Because of how bad their defense is, every week it gets more impressive. Because he has to score 35. Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
That's a good.
They're averaging like 35 a game, and Georgia Tech's. They're not great.
They're not.
He's only playing the team is the point, and that's why they're in one loss. That's why he's carrying them.
And they're playing teams that aren't that great.
Carrying them.
That's why just this year.
Watch out, Georgia.
I'm not saying it's the every.
That's all I'm saying.
Just this year. I like that pick. It just should be no ACC, no G5. But let's get into the next game here because I actually do want to get this one. Arch Manning. Did some people finally get off the Arch Manning boat after a 10-35 smackdown Kirby Smart laid upon? Kirby Smart had a big weekend. Kirby Smart had 35 against Texas. Big win. I mean, watch out for Kirby. Just watch out for Kirby. Everyone should be afraid of Kirby Smart right now. Everyone. I don't care who you're a fan of. I don't care.
Yeah.
And then he got a big recruitment. I wish I had the graphic in here. Jaden Wade, number 1 quarterback in the nation of 2028 class, IMG quarterback, commits to Georgia. Probably his best. He's going to end up being his best recruit. I don't know about when he wants to get to college, but this guy's the truth. He wants to join Kirby and help him out. But Kirby's showing he don't need the help, but he'll take it. 35-10 victory for the Bulldogs. Kirby doing his thing, man. Was this what impressed you more? Kirby doing this 35-10 against Texas, or was you more disappointed in Arch Manning?
I don't think I'm more disappointed in Arch Manning. I'm more disappointed in Texas O-line in the run game. Arch Manning had to throw the ball 43 times.
I mean, Texas doesn't win on the road, but go ahead.
He didn't play that bad. Arch didn't play that bad. 63%, 250. touchdown to pick. He played decent. Not great, not bad. The run game had 23 yards rushing on 17 carries, bro. So if you can't put it on the quarterback. Quarterbacks get too much love, too much credit, and too much blame sometimes, and he's getting too much blame. You got to have help. And their defense gave up 35. Their defense, once vaunted, hyped up defense, struggling the past few weeks against Mississippi State, scored a lot on them, and then Florida ran it up on them, and Florida's offense hasn't been good all year. And then Vandy ran it up on them, 31. So the past 3 weeks, his defense is really falling off a cliff, and this Texas team is just not as good as they're supposed to be. That's what it is. I mean, I knew this was going to happen. I called Georgia winning pretty big. So
did you?
Yeah, I did.
Hey,
y'all both had Texas back. You almost swayed me.
I don't know if I had Texas.
I'm pretty sure.
If anyone remembers, if you watched our Wednesday,
if I'm wrong though,
me and Dalton had to shoot to Miami of Ohio for that game. We was in the box.
Man, that game
we can talk
sucked.
about Taquan Finn in a minute. What your thoughts on that? But because we were one of the first in the nation that saw that he was in the portal. We were in the press box when we found out. So I don't remember because that day was such a filled day. If I chose Texas on that game, I'm not gonna deny it, but I doubt it. Not doubting. I'm not denying, but I'm doubting because I don't know. Because Kirby, it's hard to go. It's hard. I just don't see myself taking Arch over Kirby. Did I take Arch over Kirby? I'm gonna go back and check today. I know it's a. long. It was a long weekend, but
Gunnar Stockton is really good. That's all it is.
Gunnar Stockton's
the best quarterback at Georgia.
And since Matt Stafford?
Since Kirby Smart's been there, I mean, at least.
Yeah, for sure. Since Aaron Murray.
24 for 29. I mean, come on.
No, he's a dog. He's a big body, man. We've talked about Gunnar Stockton. We gave him his praise, but he still deserves more praise because Kirby, they're not a sleeper, really, but they're kind of a sleeper. Why are teams still sleeping on them?
A lot of close games, I guess, earlier in the year, but man, they're coming on strong now.
Yeah, they're going to be playing their best football at the right time. Them and Notre Dame is just a team that, God,
yeah, Notre Dame. That's who I want to see play in the semifinals.
They're going to wreck it. Who? Georgia and Notre Dame? Oh, I would like that.
See who goes to play Ohio State.
That'd be a hell of a game. Would love to see that game.
Good matchup, huh?
Do you think they'll ever do it? Well, do they? Correct me if I'm wrong. Do they already do it like this? Is it like the college basketball tournament where there's multiple teams at the same venue back to back? Do you do that? I
don't think so.
I
think they go different somewhere else.
I know. I hope they do that. That'd be so fire. It'd be so fire if you can get those games 2 games in a day, same venue for college football playoff. How you get the NCAA tournament? They're going to expand it, but this year is it's not a bad look on the amount of teams. I like the amount of teams. I'm not even going to be that mad when they go to 16. It's just which 16 or which 12 you choose. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just how you choose it. If we're saying it's pizza night, I'm very hyped. It's great pizza night. It's great pizza day. But what are we talking here? Are we talking
Little Caesars?
Little Caesars? Or are we talking, creme de la creme, just nice brick oven,
local spot,
local, genuine, made with love pie? What are we talking here? So, but it doesn't matter. We're college football fans. We're gonna take it. It doesn't matter what they give us on a platter. Let's be real. We're gonna take it. Any football, we're junkies. We're gonna be watching the freaking UFL in the spring. We don't care. But I am curious to see who gets the slots because this year's been insane. It's been insane. Texas, I mean, look at this. 10-35. Everyone probably thought this was going to be an insane game coming into the season. But people selling their tickets left and right. Let's get into the last game, Dalton. The Horned Frogs, they go down. They go down bad. 13-44. Kalani Sitake, who I think is still in the running for Coach of the Year. I do think he's still in the running for Coach of the Year. Even just because I don't think this team is just overachievers. He's a Mr. Overachiever at BYU, but the product is still solid. What do you think of BYU hanging up 44 points on TCU?
Man, I knew this was a terrible matchup for TCU.
It was.
And a great matchup for BYU. It's just matchup based. They're not that much better than them.
Just because the mobile quarterback aspect, or what was the biggest matchup problem for TCU?
No, it's the front. It's the front 7 on defense for BYU. they couldn't pass block. They couldn't run block. Oh man, Hoover
Manhandled.
was 10 for 23, 183 yards, 2 picks. Worst game I think. Worst game I could see him. Remember him playing.
Yeah,
Like Hoover's been a good college quarterback in his 2+ years at TCU. You know,
for sure. For
so
sure.
that's a great defensive effort by BYU. Their defense is one of the best in the country. Offense stepped it up this week after a terrible week last week, but man, if they play a team like us, it's more finesse. That's when BYU can just dominate. They really they have the physicality of a bigger team, like
Yeah, for sure.
Alabama or something.
Yeah, they're like a Utah. Them in Utah are just, we talk about the regionals, them getting the Usos, them getting the just guys who just have straight brute strength. And no matter what, no matter who's coaching them, it just seems like no matter as long as we've been watching football, they've played the same brand of football.
Oh yeah, but since you mentioned it, Utah ran for 380 this week as a team,
right?
55 points on Baylor.
And
everybody's gonna blame Sawyer Robertson still because Baylor lost. That's how it works playing quarterback.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
Yeah, hey, we scored 28, but we lost. Okay, you suck. Like that's crazy.
I know, but you have said the more Sawyer Robertson tape you have watched, it's kind of.
I mean, he's not the best pro prospect, but man, he's a great college quarterback. He's still threw for 400.
But
yards
he's not the reason they lose. He's never been.
That's what I'm saying.
He's never been.
Blame him.
He's never been the reason they lost.
I'm like, come on, they give up 35 a game.
Yeah,
but
it's got to be frustrating.
Definitely, man, definitely. But BYU look good. Bear Montmire is gonna be really damn good in 2 years.
He is.
I mean, did you watch that game?
I watched a little bit.
He was actually. They let him throw it around. They said after.
Oh, that was the real late game. I only watched a little early.
Well, they said the coach Kalani and the OC was saying like, all right, last week was kind of on us. We didn't let them play. We didn't let the reins. So they let them.
They kept the bumpers on him last week. They were scared
the whole year, and they said, okay, that was our first loss. We realized we need to let this guy loose, and they did this week. And he was throwing that rock around, running it everywhere.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a beast, man.
That's the one thing you got to do with a freshman quarterback. If you're going to start him, you can't have the bumpers on.
I mean, because for a long time,
the action of keeping the bumpers on is not starting him. That is keeping the bumpers on. The training wheels. The training wheels is him not being in the game. There's no such thing as being in the game while having the training wheels on. They have to come off as soon as you touch the gridiron because, like you said, once you open up the offense, he's going to mess up. Look at our boy Scotty Fox, West Virginia. It's our boy. But he has mistakes, but there's shines of
there's flashes though, yeah.
There's flashes, and that's what all you're looking for as a freshman. So I will say, like you said, the quarterback gets all the blame, and a lot of the worst thing about college football fans is they want to see you play the young guy and win at the same time, and just be good for the future. That all can't happen. Losses come along with building for the future because you got to get your guy on the field.
Yeah, look at Notre Dame earlier in the year. Lost the first 2 games because they had a freshman quarterback.
Right.
He still played good, but
yes, but he had to work out those things. He had to see, okay, I can push a little more here. I can need to lay off a little bit more here, and it's kind of like if anybody follows F1 racing, how crazy the F1 racing. They have a simulator. It's how they practice because it's hard to just practice driving F1. They have a simulator that only does so much. Once they get on the track, once you get on the field, training leads you up, muscle memory takes over, and there's nothing that's going to replicate game reps like game reps. So Bear Brockmeyer, like you said, man, I mean, 44 points as a freshman quarterback on a team that's respectable each year. Doesn't matter. TCU is a good team. And this isn't his first go-around. It's not his first around the block here being an impressive quarterback as a freshman. Number 47.
Which of these freshman starters this year? Not anybody in this class, but which of these freshman starters this year? Washington, Buckmeyer, Underwood, Scotty.
Malik Washington. Mike Locksley, they said they're bringing back next year.
They should. Because they're recruiting class this year.
They're bringing them back.
I told you about their DNs. You know about their DNs?
Yes,
now?
the tandem, right? Yeah. Dogs.
Sydney Stewart and Mathis.
Dogs.
Got like 12 sacks combined. Yeah, and they got Malik Washington. Their future might be bright. But all right, which one of them is going to get drafted first in the next couple of years? Will Underwood end up getting?
It's JKS, Bear Brockmeyer.
JKS, Brockmeyer over Underwood.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. Especially after last week, especially them barely beating Northwestern. They paid $12 million for Underwood for 2 years. I mean, crazy. Yeah, I'd take JKS. Okay, freshman. Malik Washington still exists. Got to
Yeah.
remind myself of that. That Scotty Fox still exists.
I actually got
Mason Heinzel still exists.
those 6 is who you're ranking. Just those 6 because there's only freshman starters. So power 4.
Okay. I'm gonna go JKS 1.
Okay, he's the first one drafted.
I'll go with in my draft right now. Maybe not in the NFL, but I guess I'll go ahead and say JKS.
Like, they don't have to be the same year, but who's going to end up being the highest drafted one? Yeah, overall out of these guys, out of these freshmen, I'm going with Malik Washington. Actually,
I'll go JKS
and then JKS 2,
and then Malik Washington 2, and then I'll go Heinzel.
I'm going Bear
at 3.
Bear over Heinzel. I'm Heinzel 4.
I like Bear at 3 because of mobility.
Yeah, he's just gonna get better. He's so big too. He's like 240.
Yeah. He's
That's
not
how
little.
I like him.
Yeah, he's not little.
He's not gonna get hurt running. He's like he's not a Josh Allen type. He don't run as good as him, but he's body.
Yeah, he can and he can absorb contact. Yeah. So he's not like a Marcel Reed where he can.
Right, 1.8. Marcel Reed's never gonna be able to put on pounds either. That's
Marcel Reed's gonna have to slide every single time he gets past the line of scrimmage.
Well, he's not. That's a conversation for another day. I don't think he's getting drafted as quarterback in the NFL. But
okay, but Mason Heinzel 4.
Yeah, and then Underwood and Scotty. Hopefully Scotty can
all right. I like
get his name up there.
The only thing we had flip flopped was Malik Washington and JKS.
Yeah, I just think eventually Malik Washington's he's a righty. JKS lefty. That's gonna end up moving him up.
JKS. I will say this, man, because we have the graphic here. Someone saved JKS, but there's word on the street that he's staying. And maybe to save JKS now, if it's not going to hit the portal in a sense of save JKS, like a team come get him, maybe it's a save JKS as in, hey, come and help this guy if you're a receiver or if you're an offensive lineman. But we'll see how that shakes out, man. We'll see how it shakes out. It's going to be crazy. We didn't get to touch on Louisville loss. Louisville took a sick loss. Everyone's blaming Jeff Brom. Now they're at his neck. The hometown guy, the quarterback whispers. His team down the stretch at Clemson. You was at the game, Dalton. Who's the blame should be on? Should it be on multiple people? Where should the fingers be pointed at right now? Because, Louisville went from ACC potential driver's seat to, okay, now it's still in the picture. We just got to win now. It's probably not going to be ranked.
I mean, it is a whole team loss. The kicker missed the extra point and a field goal.
And he switched the kicker out at the end, though.
Well, he missed 2 field goals. Yeah, the starter missed one, then they went to the other guy, and he missed one. And it was this ugly kicking game. Special teams is ugly, and Miller Moss, not great.
He's less than not great.
Kewan Brown's a freaking problem, though. They got 3 good backs there. That guy's NFL back.
Yeah, and then they're getting a really good back next year from IMG.
Yeah, but this guy was trucking people. Did you watch that game?
Yeah. I did watch the game.
See that back then?
Yeah, he
was chucking everybody.
Yeah,
those are NFL guys he was chucking, though.
Yeah.
And it's Clemson defense. I know they're not good this year, but that's it's like 8 NFL guys still in there.
It's the one thing you got to look out from this season, how it's obviously not gone how a lot of people thought. I mean, their running back, they always get production out of running back. Doesn't matter who's back there. And it's not like the scheme's doing it for them. And these holes are so wide open. They have absolute dogs.
They recruit backs.
The players are really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's the backs themselves are really, really good.
Isaac Brown was a big recruit. That was a big win. I remember him. But Kewan Brown was an underrated recruit. He wasn't huge. And 15 carries, 135 yards. Yeah, most led them to victory.
And didn't they lose one last year who was pretty good?
Well, Duke Watson's still there. He's just been hurt a lot.
Duke, okay, that's
hurt,
though. Yeah,
but he played. He got hurt. He wasn't that good this game. But Kewan went off. And this is the Clemson team I thought we were going to see all year. Like winning on the road at Louisville.
But
still a good win.
So
man.
this is the Clemson team.
I mean, they weren't dominant.
I'm gonna combat that while saying this is the Clemson team we thought we saw here. The team they just played literally shot themselves in the foot to lose.
They still won though.
I know, but Clemson didn't win that game.
Like get it done.
Lost that game.
Both these teams aren't good. And I said off camera after Wednesday's show. I should have said it on here. I said Louisville's going to lose their last 3 games. I told you that.
You said they were.
That means they're going to lose 4 in a row because they lost Cal before last week. So,
but people are calling for Jeff Brom's job.
Well, yeah, when they go 7-5 instead of 11-1, they looked like 11-1 a couple weeks ago.
It's the quarterback. It's not, and
it's his fault. It's his fault. You picked the quarterback. It's not NFL. That's what I'm saying. College coaches, the quarterback sucks.
But you could, okay, look, hear this.
It's on the coach.
Hear this. I said this before. They've never won a game because of Miller Moss. Okay, so they
No.
should have been known he's not the guy. They should have been known it was a bad choice. If I go out there, if we win a game, if we rush for 300 yards, and if I pass for 2, you win the game. You're happy, but you're not happy with the quarterback performance. They should have never been happy. There's not a point in the season except for the Miami game. He played good against Miami. I'll give him that. Outside of that game, there's not a single game where you if you're a Louisville fan or just a person that analyzes Louisville football, that you walk away with like, oh, Miller Moss had a good game. Like Miller Moss, like, no, he hasn't. He's never really had a great game. So if you're a that's my pump the brakes, Louisville fans on. You should have known the film's been on Miller Moss since last year. Go back at USC, watch it. It's there. He was second string there for a reason. And then pump the brakes on Jeff Brom. You gotta forget Satterfield, where they got Satterfield. And I mean, yeah, I don't blame the culture when you got a transfer portal issue, when guys are showing up to campus 2 months before it starts. I mean, how can we implement a culture and it can't make you not a dumbass when we have games in 2 months? That's we want to say they're professionals, but this is one of the things where we want to go back and judge them as just college guys now. This is on them. This is pros. This is not the coach doesn't get penalty after the call unsportsmanlike conduct. That's not the coach doesn't get those. The coach draws up bad plays on 4th and 1. The coach draws up bad route combos. The coach draws up bad blocking schemes. The coach doesn't, grab a guy by his face mask and pull him down. Doesn't celebrate too much. So I'm always going to be, we've had teammates go play for Jeff Brom. Jeff Brom's a local guy. I'm always going to be a little biased to Jeff Brom, but that's my pump the brakes on calling for his job just because the quarterback sucks and because his rentals are acting up. What's your pump the brakes?
That's the only reason. That's the only thing is I just think you pick the quarterback in college, man. So it's on you if that quarterback sucks.
But
you picked him.
And obviously we're not in the war rooms. We don't know behind the scenes how it folded out this offseason. But I hope, as being a Brom guy supporter, I hope that wasn't their first choice.
I remember
I'm going to assume that was not their first choice.
I remember I was at the Duke game last year, watching Cooper Flag, and Miller Moss was there on a visit.
Yeah, but that was
he's coming.
I know, but that was pretty late in the year. That's pretty late in the cycle.
Yeah,
because the cycle opens during the playoff.
Yeah, for sure.
That was late in the basketball year.
I knew it was coming.
That was February. Oh yeah. That was when he was on his official visit. It was pretty much he was coming. But I'm talking the 2 months before then, month and a half. I can't remember who it was, but I swear that Louisville was in the running for a different quarterback, and he didn't go there. I need to look at it. I don't know how we were able to find that, but I'm telling you, Miller Moss could not have been their first option. If it was, yes, maybe shame on you. I just have to believe that they called somebody else and they said no. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my pump the brakes on Louisville fans. Just chill out because he still might get a big job. If you think this performance and this loss took him out of the candidacy of a big job, you're wrong. ADs and other jobs know they saw the tape and that was a player thing. But Dalton, what's your pump the brakes before we head out of here and let everyone enjoy the start of their week?
I was going to pump the brakes a little bit on my boy, not my boy, everybody else's boy, Alex Golish.
Okay,
21-15 at South Florida, man. Is that great? Am I missing something?
That's not great.
Byron Brown was already here. The other coaching staff got him here. It ain't like he didn't bring him in. He didn't have he won a big recruiting win.
He inherited that guy.
So Byron Brown was already on the roster. Yeah.
Okay.
He was there in 2022. This guy's first year was 2023. So he's winning with other guys' players. And that's the reason they're winning, right? Byron Brown's freaking good.
He is good.
He ran for a 60-yard touchdown this week. He's the reason they were in the game. But man, they gave up 41 to Navy. Couldn't stop Horvath. Couldn't stop him when he went out. The backup came in, freaking ran a 64-yarder and another one in. I mean, Navy's good. I love Navy. I've been one of the biggest Navy supporters.
Shout out Navy. Shout out Navy.
I think it's the most underrated player. One of the most underrated players in the country. Eli Heidenreich doesn't get nearly enough freaking touches. Every time he touches the ball, he goes for 10+ yards. Still, South Florida, I don't think Golis deserves a job like Florida LSU, man. Like, people talking, man. Like, this, South Florida's one of the easiest mid-majors to win at.
It is.
You're in Tampa.
You
get Florida recruiting.
You can win
a lot of money. I mean, you got great facilities. It's one of the easiest to win at, and he still ain't being great. He started off the year great, yeah, beating Florida, but Florida ended up being a tomato can, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So that wasn't even that ain't even a good win now. Like honestly, it's
No.
just a decent win. You still beat SEC team, so it's cool.
Yeah, good defense.
But Memphis beat Arkansas as well. Like
Mm.
it's just as good now.
Yeah.
So it didn't age well, and just less impressive every week. Lost to Memphis, lost to Navy. Two teams they weren't supposed to lose to this year. Everybody had them penciled in after they beat Florida. Oh,
They did.
They're gonna after they lose Miami, they're running the table.
I was pumping the brakes back then on South Florida. I'm like, all right, I don't know. They didn't cover. They got demolished by Miami. After they didn't cover by a mile against Miami, I'm like, all right.
Oh, I know you were one of them fooled by them after they beat Florida too. Yeah, you took them against Miami. I remember.
Yes, I took them.
And I was like, no, you're crazy.
I
know they weren't.
After that week, I was off South Florida.
I know. Yeah,
and it felt like after that week, people was on South Florida more. I'm like,
exactly.
Did y'all not watch the game?
Yeah.
Did y'all? But
I mean, he's still a good coach, solid coach, but I just don't think he's ready for big time ball. This is a must have game. Like playoffs on the line, you can still make the playoffs if you win out.
Yeah.
And you go and lose to Navy. You have way better talent than Navy.
Yeah.
Navy's they're good.
But still, two things can be true.
Yeah,
this is a good Navy team, but you don't lose to them if you're that guy.
Yeah, and they're supposed to be that team this year. So that's the thing. Just pump the brakes on Golish getting a big job right now. Maybe in the future.
Yeah,
I could see him getting better at South Florida. Eventually, making the playoffs.
Dude, I think South Florida's a honey hole.
Exactly.
Oh my God, dude, throw them in. I think they're Big 12 worthy right now, just because they're not playing.
I think ACC needs them more though.
No.
For quality, dude. Big 12's got enough good teams.
Man, I really don't. I think the SEC is going to get all-time stingy. I don't think they're going to let anybody in for a while. I was in a Twitter.
We don't need nobody else.
Yeah, I was on X Space with the Big Ten. How they saying they're good. They don't want to expand right now, but the SEC expanded. I would assume they'd probably be in the same boat. I don't know if they would expand right now. I think they have to work on staying right in the postseason. Yeah, I don't think South Florida's the SEC. I think they're Big 12 all day.
ACC.
Hey, you said ACC?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, ACC. Yeah.
Miami and Florida State's already in the ACC, so you got.
Yeah. I like ACC way more than SEC.
Yeah. No, they're not good enough for the SEC.
Oh, yeah, ACC should be looking to expand.
Dude, they would get demolished in SEC right now.
Yeah. ACC
the Miami game proved that.
SMU looked to be it's been proven to be a good look for the ACC.
They shouldn't. They only beat Florida because they got spit on them. So
yeah,
really, if we think about it, that's why they won. They didn't beat them because they were the better team.
Right.
They won because our guys is dumb and spit on them.
I know.
That's what it came down to. I mean, it was 4th down. They were about to. It's like 4th and 20.
That was crazy. I had money on that game. Y'all cost me money.
I mean, the shoe throw, the spitting.
Yeah.
Just a couple things happened under Billy that.
Oh, Billy, he's a Georgia Bulldog now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And now he's going to be the most hated coach in Florida history now.
Yeah, he's recruiting analyst at Georgia now under Kirby. If anyone hasn't caught that, that's kind of flew under the radar there, Billy Napier. But I like your pump the brakes, doll. That's a good one with Golish. Yeah, I think he should stay at South Florida. It's not a bad job, man. I don't think anyone should be looking at that job as a horrible one because I think they're going to be, like she said, ACC or Big 12, I think, in the near future. They're building a new stadium. Prime location, recruiting pipeline's good, man. So it's just a perfect storm for them to kind of get a call up here in the near future. So, yeah, Golish, yeah, I agree. I think he should probably stay where he's at and work to perfect his craft there at South Florida and Tampa. All right. It's a good show, man. I think pretty much covered everything. Covered Lane Kiffin. I mean, Lane Kiffin throwing deuces there and a post game. Freaking legend. We want Lane Chance by your Florida Gators.
I mean,
you want Lane, right? Is that your guy?
Man, that's good. Our fans are so good, man. They can hear him on TV.
Hell yeah, there's guys with shirts.
An SEC game, like you shouldn't be able to hear them. Like that's how much we travel. Like even when we suck, it's great to see.
I seen
like that at Kentucky and LSU. Like you could hear us. Like it's crazy. We do travel well even when we suck. So Gator Nation's strong still.
I seen somebody with a Florida Gators #1 Kiffin jersey. A tailgate. It was like a tailgate picture on Twitter. So they want Lane. It's loud and clear, literally loud and clear from Gator Nation of who they want to lead them in the next chapter as they try to get back on track. So yeah, man, a lot of stuff we covered. Had to cover that. Covered our boy Ahmad Hardy. Covered the comeback that was with Texas A&M, but I think we touched on we're not really buying them as a true contender still. That was almost my pump the brakes there on crazy win. We get that. but I don't think this is a national title contender. My matchup for them in the playoffs, I am begging, please have Texas A&M play Oregon in the playoffs. I want to see it more than anything right now. That'd be a heck of a game. Please do that for us, committee, and we will be very grateful. We'll send a bunch of Knotty Pretzles to the committee if they get that done for us. See how it goes. But Dalton, before we head out of here and let everyone enjoy the rest of their fine Monday, anything we want to add here? Anything we did not cover?
Oh, that's what. Shout out Wake Forest, 7-3.
Wow.
We were right about them. We were said, damn, they could be really good because their schedule sucked.
Yeah.
We were right. They're 7-3, and they beat Virginia and SMU already. Like they ruined SMU's season, maybe.
SMU.
Might ruin Virginia's. Virginia lose another game, they'll be like, damn, we lost to freaking that team. So shout out Wake Forest. Really
Shout
sneaky 7-3. Like sneaky 7-3. In power conferences.
So you said Arizona deserves credit as well.
Yeah, it's great. Win on the road at Cincinnati this week.
That is a good win.
Fight us back.
Fight is nice, and then Tet. They were trying to see how they're going to fill that hole. Tet's having big games already in the league. Your guy, you called it with Tet. Looks like you're going to be.
Everybody was off everybody was off the bandwagon at draft time.
I was.
He's still the same guy. He was the same guy, and he had 8 catches, 130 yards today. 2 tuds.
Hell of a performance on Sunday.
Bryce Young turned. Hey, the Panthers are turning it around. Bryce Young threw for like 400. That was his best game by far.
Yeah, he played good. He played good on Sunday, man.
I still don't believe in him, but
I don't believe in him. But the Panthers are always going to get a couple good wins, and
they're sneaky.
We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think we covered pretty much everything, man. I think it was a heck of a week. It's coming down to the nitty and gritty, and I can't wait to playoffs. We're going to officially have our G5 bracket in about a week or two. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. Hopefully that comes to fruition, and we're one of the first to do that. But shout out to everyone that's been tuning in these past couple of weeks. Shout out to Will Thomas with SEC Tailgate Talk. He's going to be back on Wednesday. Come join us Wednesday, 8 p.m. And can't really say anything yet, but we are finalizing some interviews from absolute dogs players, some prospects, some guys that are committed, non-committed, 3 stars, 4 stars, future NFL guys possibly coming on the show here from the very near future. And can't wait to announce that once all the ink dries. Coming at you, man. Home Squad Sports, as the college football season winds down, we're just gearing up. Recruiting, it's about to kick off. I've been crunching some tape this past weekend on quarterbacks, 2027 quarterbacks, and I will tell you right now, the amount of talent that's coming out is insane. So can't wait for that. And we're going to have some other positions. Send in your film. Friday 5 is going to be returning here. Probably start doing that probably not this Wednesday, the Wednesday after, as recruiting starts to wind down and kick up before the window opens, portal opens. Teams will start looking for guys, and we're going to be help teams find guys. It's part of the many things we do here at Home Squad Sports. Shout out to Knotty Pretzels, official pretzel of beer and Home Squad Sports. Go to knottypretzels.com. Go to Amazon. Type in Knotty Pretzels. Get you some Knotty today. Before we hang out here and let everyone enjoy the rest of their Monday, I want to say thank you, everyone who's been joining in. Thank to Will. He'll be back on every single Wednesday if you didn't catch that rest of the season. But before then, have a great rest of your Monday. Be nice. Help someone. And we will see you Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern.
And see y'all later.
Peace.